Hello, my dear champions. How are you? My name is Saurabh, and welcome to your very own BYJU'S 6th to 8th channel. Today's session is, I would say, it's very special because I'll start with a question. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Before the question, let me just welcome all of you. Anirudh, Satish, Yashwant, Aditya, Latha, Arnav, Namita. Yes. Oh, thank you, Aditya. I'm clearly audible and visible, which means I think technically we're all sound. Let's wait for a couple of seconds more. Let's everybody join. Rakesh, Ayushi, Monali, Kids Learning Mantra. It's a very long name, huh? I'll call you Learning Mantra now, okay? Namita, Arnav, I have said your name. I would say it's not for class 6th or class 8th. It's something which is general. I mean, see, technically it is for class 6th. But I would say this is something I learned it 2 years back. Means I was not in class 6th. Means it's helpful for everyone. It's a very interesting history behind measurement, right? So we are talking about the unheard stories of ancient methods of measurement. And why do we need standard units? Why do we need standard? Oh, Agrima. Oh, nice, Arka. Thank you, Varshita. Summer, welcome. So, let me start this session with one very basic question. If, let's say, today you order something on Amazon, Flipkart, or any other e-commerce website, and you go there, you, let's say, buy a table. You see the dimensions. You see the table's length is, 180 centimeters. The width is, let's say, 60 centimeters, 70 centimeters. You know, right? You know that what 180 centimeter means. You don't give a second thought that is it possible that the scale which I am thinking and the dimensions given over there, they could be different, right? Whenever two people talk about units, my height is, let's say, I would say 180 centimeters. So you understand what does it mean. It's not like four people assume it to be different. 180 for me, 180 is this. Someone say 180 is this, right? Correct? IKEA furniture, huh? Okay. So tell me, do you have this confusion? You all believe this, no? Itna kg hai, theek hai, I know that. Itna meter hai, I know that. Okay, right? You don't think about, could there be a discrepancy in this data? Thank you, Anirudh. Oh, nice, Rajkishore. Very good. No, right? Yashwant says no. Nice. Good evening, Shruti. Right? Do you give a second thought? Do you ever thought about this? That how is it that I am also understanding the same thing? He is also saying the same thing, right? Correct? No, Namita also says no, right? You don't think, you don't give a second guess to it. That's the beauty. The thing which we are so accustomed to, right? This units, measurement, things which we talk about. How far is your home? It's 6 kilometers. I also know what is 6. He also know what is 6, and that person also know what is 6, right? We don't give a second thought. You know, it took hard blood, money, and sweat to come to this position. There are stories which I would say you'll be amazed to hear, because the first time I read about this, I was so thrilled, man. This much happened for me to understand what 1 meter is. That's why I'm saying, hey, oh no, Dhruv, we didn't forget you. Good evening, Suman, Ahmed, Neha. Yes? So, Agrima, Asmita, sorry, I forgot the name, Learning Mantra yours. But yeah, you also think that you are not sure what this unit means, right? That's the starting point for us. Because today you and me are very comfortable. 1 meter, pata hai. 1 kilometer, pata hai. 1 kg, I know. Correct? So that's why. Let's start from this. Let's start from our comfort zone. This is what we do. This is what we are sure of. Let's see how we came to this position. Nice? Nice, Arnav. Very good, huh? Oh, Agrima. Okay. Hey, Mukesh. Oh, guys. So, to all of you who think I'm ignoring them, see, if I keep mentioning names now, I might not be able to explain things. So, it's okay. I can see all your names and guys, don't worry. See, you are all a batch, right? I'm not ignoring any one of you. All right? Nice? Oh, bahut badhiya, Meenakshi. Okay. Time for yesterday's homework question, because that question is related to what we are about to study today. Okay? All right, Janvi. So, I think you all answered, many of you answered this question. So the question was, Aman made a greeting card and envelope using a sheet of paper for his friend's birthday, okay? But he could not fit the card inside the envelope. What could be the reason? I don't know how many of you saw the the Telegram post, but you saw I had envelope in my hand, right? Oh, thank you, Varshita. You saw the thumbnail, huh? You see what we had to do for you guys, huh? Nice. So, yes, I know you answered it. Form link, Yashwant, it will be on the Telegram. By today evening, I'll make sure it goes there. So, the question is saying, let's say this is my letter and this is my envelope. So, if I try putting this into the envelope, the problem is, envelope is smaller and the letter is big. So, you know what the problem Aman has is, if he really wanted to make an envelope that is able to fit this letter, first of all, he should have measured the letter and then he should have gone towards making the envelope. What he needs to do, if he had measured the letter, if he had taken this thing in his mind, then he would know this envelope will suit better, right? So, that's why we do measurement. A lot of time we do this kind of measurement, right? It was too small. Correct, you are right. So, people who answered and mind it, see, we updated this, around half an hour, 1 hour before. So maybe we might have missed some of your names, but Agrima, your name is there. Palak, Anvi and Mohib. Yes, nice. I saw all your. Oh, nice. Aman is your brother's name. Huh? All right, Anukriti. Okay, guys. So, are you all ready? But yes, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel. See, we don't say this a lot. I'm just saying this to you so that you don't forget, because we do that. If someone brings me a good order on Swiggy or Zomato, I forget to give rating. But you know what? Ideally, I should. So that's something which I'm asking you, right? Like and subscribe. That's it, all right? So, are you all ready? And are you all excited? Because this is going to be an amazing session of stories which you have never heard of, all right? Nice, very good. Let's start with long ago. That's how good stories start, no? Long ago, there was a kingdom. Long ago, there was a girl with very long hairs. Long ago, there was a queen, right? This is how good stories start, right? Today, Yashpal will study how the units are standardized, why they are standardized, and what is the history behind them, all right? So, thank you, Dhruvi. We try that. Okay. Yesterday, do you remember, in the end of yesterday's session, you went to a place, right? Do you remember? You decided that I'll take airplane to that place. Then you thought, okay, airport is far. What was the place? Where were you planning to go yesterday? Yeah, Shruti, coming to it. Egypt. Yes, Varshita. Yesterday, you were planning to go to Egypt, na? So let's start our story from this. So today you can say this is the second part of yesterday. This is a sequel. Yesterday was the first part, huh? Right? This is what happens with great movies. Trilogy kind of thing, huh? So this is the second part today. All right. Let's start with, this is Egypt. We planned to go to Egypt. Why? Because we wanted to see the pyramids of Giza. Pyramid of Khufu. Remember the Great Pyramid and the history behind it. We discussed about this. People who have missed this, watch yesterday's session. It was good. I enjoyed it. You were also very good. Bahubali. We talked about Bahubali also in that. Yes. Thank you, Devyani. It's okay. You haven't missed anything. Koi nahi Aditya. It's there on YouTube. It's fun. So whenever you have time, just watch it. It's good. Okay. All right. So, very long time ago, do you remember? When we talked about this, you say, the stones were weighing so much. 80 ton was the weight of a stone. They were traveling from Aswan, which was 800 kilometers ago. So we talked about these lengths, right? The weight, the length, correct? Oldest wonder of the world, correct, right? So when you and me were talking, we were able to understand it very clearly. But you know what? Back then, they did not know what is kg. They did not know what is kilometers. But still, they could make such a wonder with so precision. Scientists, or I would say archaeologists, are still trying to figure out how a race which was 4,500 years ago was able to create such a marvelous wonder, right? Today we have built Burj Khalifa and we are so proud of it, but we have a lot of facilities. They had nothing, but they could make this. Isn't it wonderful? And that's why it's one of the ancient wonders of the world, correct? So let's start with what were the measurement units they used to take into account. The first unit of measurement in Egypt was cubit. Cubit, right? It was cubit, and ancient Egyptians developed it. See, when you have to communicate to people. If you want to, if I want to say someone, this pen is so big and I don't know what unit I should use, maybe I'll just come up with something. You know what? This pen is the length of my face, let's say. This pen is the length of my palm, let's say. I'll do something to just communicate कि इसका length कितना है, what length of this pen is, right? So that's what they did. They said, cubit is my unit. I'll measure things with cubit. Okay. And they used body parts like hand span, and they had multiple ways of doing this. They had used fists. How much rice you want? 1 fist, 2 fist, and I don't know. My mother used to do it. I don't know how many of you have seen this in very casual language. Whenever I am going to make rice at my home, and this is a very personal thing. I don't know how many of you do it or how many of you have seen it. When you try to make rice at your home, sometimes, you know what, if I ask my mother on phone that I want to make rice for 4 people, how much should I take? She casually says, take 6 fists of rice, right? 6 muthi rice le lo, usko bana do. Have you seen that? Anyone? Or is it like just me who has seen this? Oh, yes. Huh? Oh, nice, Garvin. Very good. Nice, right? Hana? You saw this, na? It's common, Hana? I'm not the only one? Good. Okay. Thank you, Devyani. Right? So, ऐसा होता है. In our houses, we still have some primitive ways of measuring things, casual ways of measuring things. 4 muthi chawal, and when you go donate to, like, you know, in bhiksha, you go for like 2 muthi chawal, these kind of things, right? So this is what is very casual way of measuring. So in Egypt back then, they also did this because they had nothing else. They said, I'll take hand span. Hand span was what? From this finger to this tip of the thumb. This was what they called span. Foot. As the name suggests, see, today we are so fancy using the word. My height is, 5 feet 11 inch, Your height is, you would say, 5 feet 2 inch. Feet, pair, that's how it came, right? Foot. If you go for literal meaning, that is what foot was. It started with that. Hai na? Nanometer to theek hai. It's okay. Huh? 2 muthi dal. Yashpal, correct. So that's why. Literal meaning of feet was feet only. Today we are just so fancy with it, no? Yes, we call this FPS system, foot, pound, and second system. Foot, pair, think of it, na? Nice. So foot is something which they used to take into account. Palm was from tip of middle finger to the end of your palm. This was one more way of expressing length. Yard was, if I take my hand, I'll take it like this, or I can take it like this. From here till the tip of that, this was 1 yard. Okay. Yes, 1 cup milk and tea. Cubit was from this tip till my elbow. This was 1 cubit. So all these were very creative ways of coming up with physical body parts. See, when you are trying to communicate something and you don't have any resource, you find something which is closest to you. What is closest to you? Your body. You start measuring things using your body. Acha, this is 1 palm, this is 1 cubit, this is 1 span, this is 1 foot, right? Hai na? Oh, nice, Yashwan. Congratulations here. Very good. All right. So, but there is one teeny tiny problem with this. See, teeny tiny, I'm just saying because I like to use the word, but it was a big problem, but still. What is the one problem? Measure your hand span. Is it same for you all? Now tell me this. When you measure your hand span, is it same? Tell me. No. Devyani, that also happens. No, right? And one thing is I'm alone, but I'll take help. I have my teammate over here. Akansha, can you please come on camera? So, guys, Akansha here. She's my teammate. She's going to help us. Say hi to Akansha, please. Right? So, Akansha, for the sake of camera, can you show your hand? You see the difference, right? Her hand is smaller. My hand is bigger than hers. Can we take someone else also? Jessima, can you please join? I'll call one more person. Wait. Deepa, you can please. So, we have our technical head. He will also show you. Achha, all of us can we show our hand? You see the variation, na? You see, his hand is bigger than mine. And if you take both of their hands, there's a lot of difference. Arey, kitna chota hand hai tumhara? So you see how differentiate body parts are, right? They cannot be a standard unit of measurement. If you give me an order of 5 span of a table and I give you something, you would say, "Arey, kya de diya yaar ye? What is this?" You would not agree to me, right? है ना? Descending order. Mine was shorter than this, yes, right? So that's one thing. For safety, he wears mask. Yes. All right. So that's the problem with span. It's inconsistent. Now just imagine, na, hai na, what if on Amazon the table's length was given 6 span? Would you be able to say, oh, 6 span matlab kitra? Could you have guessed that? You couldn't, right? Yeah, Grima. Yards is still used. But then they have standardized it. Correct? That's one problem, and that's a very big problem. How you and me, if we are talking about same thing, we can never come on same consensus. You would say, my hand is right. You would say, I would say, my hand is right. What is this, right? So people will start fighting here. This is what will happen, right? So same thing with other measurement system also. Feet are of different size, right? See, I'm not going to put my leg on the table, but still you understand this, right? Feet are also of different sizes, correct? Hai na? This is also true, right? And you can test this thing. I would say after the session, you go and and talk to your parents or elder brothers. Just ask them, hey, haath dikhana zara. You can do that, hai na? So, all right, crystal clear. All right. Everybody hand is right and left, okay? Now, it's not like the ancient Egyptians or ancestors, they did not realize this. See, people realized this problem because it's very common, so they realized this. But they thought, how to standardize it, right? This is one question, how to make sure that everybody follows one thing. So they came up with an idea. And not, when I say they, see, whenever we think of any change, we look up to the government, right? That government will give you some new policy which everybody will follow. So they looked up to the king, the pharaohs, right? The Royal Cubit came into it. And you know what? There's a circular which was passed, like a new law, right? Which we get passed in the parliament. The new law was, the king's hand measurement will be taken. We call it the Royal Cubit. Cubit was from here to here, but everybody would have different. So what they did, they measured this cubit of the king, and then they made wooden bars out of it. And then Pharaoh's arm they had taken into consideration, and 3 pieces of barley laid end to end. This was 1 inch. Today also we use inch, right? Oh, nice, Shruti, very good. Yeah, he's so cute, huh? That's true. The credit goes to Akansha, alright? That's true. So, what they did was, they took the Royal Cubit, they made wooden bars out of it, and they kept it in the temple, right? In Egypt, the temple from which all the public used to go, they kept it in the temple. So that whenever someone wants to measure something, they would go into the temple and they will measure. And now everybody will have the same length, hai na? Cubit became same. But still, the world is not Egypt, hai na? Aditya, nobody's feet is correct then. Today, feet is not exactly that which we think. It's 6 inches, what we call it, right? Hai na? Ye to 9 safi hai. Yes. So, you understand this, huh? And do you also appreciate how our ancestors, I would say Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, they were trying to solve a problem with this, huh? They took a Royal Cubit, put it in the temple, and said to everyone, see, if you want to take measurement of this, go to temple and measure the cubit and make your own wooden bar and measure things. You want to make a house, use Royal Cubit. Okay? This was also one thing, right? Hai na? Right? So you also agree to it. Nice. What do you think? What could be other problems? So Egypt you can think that Egypt was sorted now. At least inside Egypt, people were on same page. Your Royal Cubit, my Royal Cubit, both are same. But still there is one more problem, na? What is the problem? Can someone tell me? Yeah, Shruti. Tell me, what other problem could be? I have told you a hint. Yes, Dhruvi, that's true. So people who are not from class 6th, when you were in class 6th, did you study it like this? Ha, nice, Agrima, correct. Outside of Egypt. The next king to jagda and fight. Yes, trading, Pavani, correct. Yashpal, I saw your comment before. Right? So when you were in class 6th, did you study this chapter like this? How will they buy cotton? Yes, trading became hard. Right? International trade was one more problem. You're right. No, Yashwant says no, Anna. See, whenever you learn things for the sake of marks, it's okay. But you know what? You don't feel it. The important thing is that you feel something. And that's what this session is all about, right? Yeah. History is very important, D77. Thank you, Shruti. Yeah, you have studied, Shweta? Nice. So, the problem was Egypt, inside Egypt is fine. But world is not Egypt. World was very big. So, people from Egypt, when they went to some other country, let's say they took some rice, or let's say they took some cloth of 100 cubit. Outside, nobody knew cubit. What is this? Tell me what is the length. He said 100 cubit. Arey, what 100 cubit, bhai? Tell me something which I know. What is this? Right? So this thing is coming. Now, again, this is a problem. So, tell me. Here is a poll question for all of you. Hai? Nice, Shweta. This is a very important thing. Which of the following is correct about ancient units of measurement? Right? I'll give you 4 options and A, B, C, D. Jessima, we can have this, no? So, A, B, C, D, right? And I'll give you a poll question, 30 seconds, and you have to answer it. Yes, Dhruvi, it's poll. I'll give you 30 seconds and your time starts now. It's okay, Amritesh. You just missed some history. I would say you can watch the video again. See, it will be there on YouTube. Right? All right, A, B, C, and D. Ancient units were accurate. Ancient units were accepted globally. Ancient units varied from person to person. And ancient units were convenient. Tell me. Okay. Nice. Yes, Ritisha. You're right. The answer is option C. Garvin, it's okay. Correct. Everybody says option C. Nice. See, option D, if you see, ancient units are convenient. Convenient to hai. They are convenient. I mean, I can just take my hand and do things. But it's not accepted, no? Nobody knows what your hand length is. So that's why more accurate option is option C. Ancient units varied from person to person, right? That's true. Okay. Correct. So, if we just try to jot down this point, okay, till now you learned history. Now let's learn from history. They are two separate things, na? You learn history and then you learn from history. So let's see. What were the problems with non-standard units? Can someone just put me in more answerable form? What were the problems with standard units? Ritisha, yeah, correct. Right? What exactly were the problems? If, let's say, this question was asked in any exam, let's say, then what would you answer? Nice, Aditya. Correct? How to measure them? Correct? Yeah, that's one problem. Nice, Dhruvi. That's a very valid point. Different for everyone. Yes, that's very correct. Rajkishore, you're also right. Errors in conversion. Yes, Yashwant. There'll be a lot of errors. Yes, Agrima, you're also right. Nice. Yeah, Samar, I got the first answer also. Nice. So this is one of the problem. Now let me give you more words. See, I understand that you have got the gist of everything. You learned history, you learned from history. Let me give you words now. What kind of words you can use to answer this thing? First problem is the ancient units or non-standard units are inaccurate, right? They are not accurate. This is one important word. And this is what I want you to note down also. They are inaccurate. Second, they are not accepted globally. I mean, what I know as my measurement system, someone else would not know that. Means globally it's not same. Okay. So that's also one more problem, right? First is inaccurate. Second is they are not accepted globally. Okay. Third one is they are inconvenient also, right? So much inconvenience will happen. No, if I am talking something else, someone else is saying something else, it's so inconvenient, right? So that's why these three are important words. You understand them, but you are just not able to articulate them into sentences. I want you to learn this also. Your ideas, how to put them into words. Okay? है ना? So this is also an art, है ना? ये कला है, that whatever you are thinking, because you have understood everything, I want you to bring it into words, sentences, है ना? How to write that? Like this. 3 problems: inaccurate, inconvenient, and not accepted globally. Simple, है ना? Correct. Okay? That's how in between history there'll be physics also. There'll be something question answers also, right? It's a good thing. Oh, nice, Devyani. Nice, very good, Shruti. बहुत बढ़िया आदित्य. ठीक है. Now, people were struggling. They were struggling hard. I mean, even in Europe itself, or I would say even in Europe itself, there were like a 250,000 of different units being used. But then came time of 1792. Has any one of you heard the name of French Revolution before? Maybe in history classes, you might have. Huh? Ritisha, it's okay. That's why I say now, see, maybe my native language is Hindi, but why talk to you in English? I want you to learn and think like this. Huh? Tomorrow it will help you out. Isiliye. Okay? Yes, you have heard this. Yashwant, Mukesh, Shweta, Satish, koi baat nahi beta. Because you answered that thing, no? Yashpal, Varshita, Shweta, Devyani, nice. Agrima, good. Very good, Shruti. Yes, so you have heard about this. But till now, you might have heard that this was a time where the people overthrew the monarchy and the government came into place, right? You might have learned about this thing, but let me tell you, there is something which you might not know. Do you know? This was a time, this was a very chaotic time. In France, there was monarchy before. I would say a king's rule kind of thing you can think, right? So what happened? Civil war happened and people overthrew the monarchy and they brought down government, a government chosen by people, right? And it was a very violent time. You can say, you know, a civil war. You understand civil war, right? Lot of chaos, lot of here and there, lot of here, and you know, a lot of people died in this thing. But there is something very, I would say, important that came out. During this chaotic time, there were 2 people. There were 2 scientists, I would say, who were trying to do something which you cannot even imagine. If I tell you the statement, you might be shocked, I'll tell you. There were 2 scientists, Pierre McCain and Jean-Baptiste Delambre. Do you know what they started? They started their journey to measure the earth. This statement itself feels so absurd, no? In French Revolution, can you think there were 2 scientists who started their journey to measure the earth? What? Sir, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why? How does it important? I mean, you have to survive, right? You have to save yourself. What is this? Measuring the earth, right? Correct. Diameter of earth. No, Shweta. Circumference of earth. Circumference of earth. Right? It blows our mind, no? And let me exactly tell you what they were about to do. They started in opposite directions. From Paris, they started in opposite directions and they were set out to measure the distance between North Pole and equator. But for that, they thought if they measure a small distance, no, they will use math and calculate the whole circumference of Earth, right? So this is what they started. And let me tell you, they started their journey. They started their journey amidst chaos, amidst French Revolution. They started their journey to measure the circumference of Earth, right? But you know what? It wasn't as simple as it sounds. Today, you and me, we just think, theek hai, what's so special about this? But you think they started in wagons, in bullock carts, in carts kind of thing, and they were measuring, literally measuring the earth. And how much time it took them? Can someone guess how much time it would have taken them from North Pole to this? Someone? Nice, Shweta. Very close. Yeah, Arnav, I see what you're doing. It took, so they started, I'll tell you first. They started from Paris. Their journey began. So forget about this. They started measuring, literally measuring the path they were traveling, right? It took them 7 years. And these were 7 long years. Now, you realize this, no? The French Revolution time is ongoing, and there are 2 people, right, in this whole civil war situation. They are measuring the length of the path using all these instruments. So if anybody would see them, they will feel suspicious. No, who is this person? What is he doing? They were many times jailed. They even reached a point they were going to be executed using a guillotine. You might have heard this instrument, guillotine. In French Revolution, it's very famous. It was used to execute people. So they just survived. But you know what? What kept them? हाँ नमिता, उनको क्या what motivated them? मेरे को हिंदी word नहीं मिल रहा था. So what motivated them that to continue their journey just to measure the earth? Why they were doing it? You know what? They were doing it for the sake of 1 meter. It doesn't make sense, no? Someone is trying to measure the earth so that they can solve problems of the world. What was the problem? That everyone was saying length, this unit should be there, this unit should be there, this unit should be there. These 2 people thought, we need to solve it. We need to solve it now. And what they did? They measured the earth. And the motivation was, I want to define 1 meter so that the whole world uses it. Right? है ना? So that the whole world uses it. Think what 1 meter made these 2 people do. Can you imagine, na? When I learned this the first time, no, I was so odd. I'll tell you, है ना? Motivate, utsahit karna. Oh, nice, thank you, Yashwant. Right? So I'll tell you, the meter was initially defined as 1/10,000,000th of the distance on the Earth's surface from North Pole to equator. See, they measured this whole length from North Pole to equator. Whatever length will come, they will divide it by 10,000,000th. And that length would be 1 meter. Okay? Correct? Ritisha, no, it's okay. You can think 1790, around 1800 something. It's okay. है ना? Shruti, they had the most advanced equipments of that time. But literally they had to go about like this. Right? These scientists rocked. Yes, that's true. So they thought, if I use Earth to define 1 meter, the whole people of Earth would use it. And nobody would object. है ना? Right? This is the most precise and the standard thing. They thought, let's measure the Earth, and 1/10 millionth of this length would be 1 meter. Fine. And then after they defined 1 meter, they created bars out of it, platinum bars out of it. And then they kept it in safe houses. This is my definition of 1 meter. Right? Yes, Yashwant, they were successful. I would say kind of successful. Later something else also happened, but yes. Yeah, in that time it was very difficult. Then came the time of 1960. General Conference on Weight and Measure. This conference happened where, you know what? Where 18 scientists from around the world, they gathered and they thought, let's solve this problem of, because 1 meter is fine. And you know what? Similarly, if you want to Google or you want to understand this, kilograms, second, everything has a very, very unique history. बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती. Yes. Nice, Agrima. It's a very good question you have asked me. Okay, how did they measure if meter was not defined? They measured some length and they said divide by 1000 a number, and whatever comes, it's 1 meter. And that's one problem, you know. That's one problem in measuring units. And the standard one and the new one. Okay, nice. All right. So this conference helped to standardize units across the world, and that's how across world people started using the standard. Do you know what is the system of units we use today? And the one which you have heard this. Whenever I teach any concept, let's say in distance, displacement, there is one thing in the end which we learn every time. Can someone tell me what is that system we use? Someone. Nice, Agrima. SI units. Correct. SI, Standard International. See, I'm using English word. It's French something. SI. MKS, so Yashwan, MKS came, but then they got SI. SI में थोड़ा सा there were 7 fundamental units, standard units, and derived. इसका थोड़ा check करता. There was something about that. But I'm saying SI is something which is spread across the world. Okay, so SI units. Nice, very good, yeah. You guys know this thing. Nice. So the good thing about standard units is, now this is a proper question, okay? It's a very proper question. Now, if you see these 3 words, what was the problem with non-standard units? The problem was they were inaccurate, they were not accepted globally, and they were inconvenient. These 3 points are opposite to it. How easy it becomes to answer this question. So these 2 questions are opposite of itself, no? है ना? Oh, nice, Yashwant. हाँ, System International we call. Yes, Devyani, बिल्कुल सही बात. Correct? So, do you see? Last question's answer and this question's answer. These are all opposite words, right? The standard units are, they are accurate, they are convenient, and they are accepted globally. Simple, है ना? Easy. इसमें load तो नहीं है कुछ समझने में. There is no load on your mind to understand this, right? It's very easy, correct? बहुत बढ़िया. So, let's see about standard units. So, standard units, we have the SI unit of length is what? Meter. And don't be confused with METER or METRE. It's just UK and US English, not a problem, है ना? Yeah. This add not in the non-standard units, correct, है ना? Very good. It's okay, Varshita, not a problem. See, nobody will miss anything. बहुत बढ़िया नमिता. Nice. Right? So, next, measurement. What happens when you measure things? Let's say you take a scale. This is your standard now, है ना? That scale is your standard. And whenever you are measuring, let's say a paper or cloth, it's a something quantity. It's some physical thing. Now, when you compare it, what you are doing? You are using a known quantity to measure an unknown quantity, right? That is what we call as measurement. So, just understand and focus on this. See, history is okay, but this is technical we are talking about. What is measurement? If someone asks you this, measurement is the act of comparing a known quantity with an unknown quantity. Let's say with a scale to, let's say, a cloth. I'm measuring this unknown quantity, the cloth, using a scale, unknown quantity. Okay? That is measurement. Simple. Right? Understood? Correct? Nice. Because this definition, no, people used to cram a lot. But you know all the history, na? You won't feel any problem in this. Correct? Measurement is easy. Very good. Length. Let's talk about length. Measurement of distance between 2 points, and it is represented as a combination of number and units. If, let's say, I ask you, or you ask me, because I can talk. So if you ask me, sir, what is your height? I would say, let's say it is 178 centimeters. I did not say just 178. है ना? How far is your house? 5. 5 what? Meter, kilometer, centimeter, what? So, what is proper communication of length? It is combination of number and a unit. Okay? When you combine these 2 things, then this information is complete. Correct? है ना? Right? Length and width के साथ problem होता है घर में ना? It's okay. Correct? Namita, it depends what you are trying to measure. The scale tape we use for long and road wood, scales are usually, they are not very big, no, scales, that's, है ना? How kilometer is possible for a house? How far is your house from my house? That was the question, Aditya, है ना? Okay? Correct? Yeah, Ritisha, 5 kya? What 5? So that's one thing, no? You have to give a unit along with the number. Then only information is complete. Alright? So, what is the actual length of the block? Now, this is a question, guys. Come on. And this is again a poll question, by the way. So, 4 options I'm going to give you, and you have to answer. You know? Yeah, yes, you can. Abhilash. This is more accurate than a normal scale because they can measure less than millimeters. Vernier caliper, 0.1 millimeter. Screw gauge, 0.01 millimeter, right? Right? Okay, 4 options. Your time starts now. Watch. How much? You can see, everybody can see na, the scale properly. Just let me know. This is scale. Nice, huh? It's easy, huh? That's true. Okay. Blur screen, Ridhisha. Okay. See, I'll give the people who cannot see, I'll tell you. The starting point of block is 1.5 and the ending point is 6. Now you can answer, huh? Shruti, I got it. It's okay. Yes, Avilash, correct. Right? The answer is 4.5 centimeters. Nice. Very good. 4.5 centimeters is the correct answer. Why? You take the final measurement, like the final length, that is 6, the initial, that is 1.5, and what you get? You get 4.5 centimeters, right? That's how we calculate length, right? Final thing minus initial measurement. Final thing minus initial. That's what. Nice. B was 85%. Very good, yeah. Nice. Correct. Yes, Yashwant. That's true. So, now, you know what? It's again a very interesting thing here. And I'll keep doing this. Measurement you understood today. History of measurement you understood today. But do you know how wrong this non-standard thing can become? Can you think of that? Can you guess what is the biggest error in the history due to measurement? And it's not very long back. It's not that long. Just guess. Just guess something. What do you think could be the biggest error? Yeah? Matlab, how wrong or how blunderous it could be to have non-standard? Parallax. Okay. Thank you, Satish. Oh, Arnav. Yes, you are getting there. I'll tell you about this very soon. NASA suffered a very huge loss in a space crash, in a spaceship crash, in a rocket crash. Why? Because of slight problem in measurement units. We'll talk about this very soon on 31st of May, that is Tuesday. We all aspire to look at NASA, no? How brilliant scientists, right? But there was just one small mistake happened in one of the missions. And there was this rover, this spaceship, which got destroyed because of this, right? Don't worry. We'll talk about this. Till then, just stay tuned and I'll give you a homework question also. So take a screenshot of the question, guys. Come on. It's okay, Sai. We have just ended, huh? Alright. Homework question, screenshot taken. Nice. Very good. Okay. So we'll talk about this. And you all know this. Very important. Telegram channel, please join because you are updated with everything. It's very important. Please, there's a link in the description. Join the Telegram channel. We'll give you notes for this session also, right? So all the things are being provided on the Telegram channel. Don't worry about this, correct? Form link also, Yashwant, will come in the Telegram channel also. Don't worry about this, okay? Last, we always say this. We have got you covered. You know that, no? I hope you know that because otherwise I'm just keep on repeating it. But I'm thinking you know this, huh? We have got you covered. We're trying to get you covered as best possible as it is, okay? Hai? And upcoming session is Mars Climate Orbiter Spacecraft Failure due to Unit Conversion Error. You got an idea, huh? What the problem is? Yes? Nice! Correct! There is a trial class in the description. You can try it. And again, I'm saying, like the video if you think it was helpful. Share it with your friends if you think it's worth sharing, and subscribe if you want to see more of us, if you want to do this again and again, right? So, thank you everyone for joining. You were a lovely crowd, and thank you Akansha and Jasimha for helping us in the session. We'll see you again next session. Until then, stay tuned. Bye-bye.